Can I get this scrap forklift running, or did I just throw my money right out the window?
It was raining money on a California highway today.
Let's find out. Whoa, that was hot. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been so long in between videos for me, but I'm in between locations. As you can see, I'm in a totally new spot. So don't worry, there are more CNC videos to come. I'm just on a little hiatus because I'm moving from one location to this location, and I'm actually putting up my own buildings out here. So it's take me about another month or two. I'll be back with some CNC videos. And in the meantime, I'll just keep you guys updated with all the stuff that I'm working on, like this forklift here. So this is a 10,000 pound capacity Heister forklift. It was headed to scrap. I had it delivered here on a flatbed, and you can see they just pulled up here and drug this thing off because it doesn't run. So the place I bought it from told me it was running a couple years ago, but it's been sitting for a couple years. They don't have time to mess with it, and they were going to send it to scrap. So I gave them $1,000 for it, and I paid about $1,700 to get it shipped here to me. It's got a diesel motor in it, and I'm not a diesel mechanic by any means. I've messed with a couple on some forklifts and equipment that I've had. I've messed with some diesel, like the Cav Lucas fuel pumps, but I'm not a diesel mechanic by any means. So what I have here is I took the battery out, charged it up at the house. I've got some ether, some diesel fuel, and some tools. So we'll see if we can get this thing running. All in all, I mean, it doesn't look like it's in bad condition. I mean, the paint's rough. Obviously, it's been sitting outside forever, but the cylinders look pretty good. You know, there's no rusting or pitting. The lift cylinder looks pretty good. So yeah, I think the first thing to do is I'm going to throw some fuel in it, try to get that battery back in it, and see what happens when we hit the key. Well, that was a complete mess, but at least I know we got about 3 gallons in there, so. All right, let's get this battery back in here. It was not fun getting it out. Here you guys go. You can check out the engine. I don't know how well you can see it. A little oily on top. A little bit of gas or oil down here. Starter looks like it has a new solenoid on it, but the bolts are loose in there, so it's not promising. Let's get that battery down in there. Ugh. Okay, this battery was not fun to get in here. What I have to do is put it at an angle, stick it down in there, turn it sideways. It's the only way it clears everything in there, unfortunately. Well, it went in way easier than it came out. That's great. Get a socket, tighten those back up. Whoa! Little bit of spark there. That's what I was afraid of. Using this in there on a battery is not fun. All right, the battery's in there. There's a bunch of wires hanging down here, so that's not promising. All right, let's make sure it's in neutral, low gear, and neutral. Switch off there. All right, let's hit this key. Nothing. But we got volts. Check it out. 12 volts. But nothing with the key, which doesn't surprise me. Like I said, there's wires hanging out down here. Okay. Pushed in the clutch. Push on the brake. Nothing. That's not promising. So let me get a screwdriver, jump that starter, see what happens. Okay, I got a screwdriver and a hammer here, just in case I need to hit the starter. Like I said, this new solenoid being on there and those loose bolts in there don't give me too much confidence here. So let's jump over here and see if we can't arc it. Whoa. Well, it's spinning, but I don't think it's engaging. Let's hit this with a hammer here. Let's see what we get. Well, that sucks. It's definitely just spinning. So it's like the shaft isn't coming out and engaging. Yeah, the shaft's not coming out of that starter, so the starter might be bad. I'm thinking hit it a couple more times here. Or the whole forklift might be bad. Who knows? Now there's nothing at all. And the volts actually went down on the... See, it was showing volts, and now it's not showing volts. So that's not good. What happened? Is that battery just totally dead now? So now I think the battery's dead and the starter's junk. So to move forward, I guess I got to pull that battery, go try to buy another battery, see if I can find that starter. What a pain. But this is what happens when you buy something that's headed to scrap. Okay, I managed to track down a starter. Hopefully this is the right one. It looks about the same. We can get it up out of here. Kind of cross-referenced right. Has the same bolt pattern here as that one. So I guess let's see if we can pull that dang thing out of there. Hopefully none of those bolts are in there too tight. There's definitely oil and fuel on stuff, so something's got a little bit of a leak. Yeah, I'd say this has definitely been replaced because these are not very tight. Okay, that one's loose. Well, I'm getting like 1/8 of a turn on each pull, so we're gonna be here a while. Oh, this is not gonna be fun getting back in here. Oh, man. Well, here's the old one. Here's the new one. I'd say they're pretty spot on. This one actually looks a little shorter than this one, so it might be easier to get in. Hopefully it has the same amount of torque. I'm pretty sure, you know, this is a newer technology than this, hopefully. but it should be easier to get in there. So the bolt holes look like they line up, same place. So I'd say I found the right starter. It was about 250 bucks, brand new. So let's reverse the process, get this in here, see if we can get this turning over. Okay, maybe this isn't the correct starter. So it goes in there, but as far as like getting it to where the holes line up, it doesn't want to seem to do that. So it'll turn to the right and go all the way in there, but just won't turn to the left. Okay, so I guess I struck out on this starter. If you line them up here and look at them, you could see this one kind of cuts open more right here than this one does. They're sitting in the same orientation. They got the patterns in the same spot. So this one actually has a chamfer that's cut out right here, and this one doesn't. So that's why it won't go in there and turn all the way. And then this one also has a different gear inside than that one, which may not matter, but it's the same tooth count, but that one's just bigger. But yeah, this is not the correct starter. So now we're back to square one. I gotta try to send this back and try to get the correct starter. But at least I got this one out, and there's a part number on the end of it here that I can reference. See what we can find out. Okay, so it's a few days later here. They sent me a new starter. Different starter, hopefully. They said it fits when I sent them the numbers. Oh, it looks way bigger. And the teeth look correct from this angle. Pull it out of there. Nope, I don't think it's gonna work. I can tell right from the beginning, because you see it needs this part's almost like cut out at a moon on that on the one that came out of there. But I don't know, let's try to put it in, see what happens. Never know. All right. Ugh. These are not little starters by any means. So if you can see, this is the same exact size as this one, so it looks like the same exact starter, has the same gear and everything inside of it, so hopefully this will work. This is chamfered right here a little bit more than this, but maybe that won't matter. Let's get this old one out of the way and try to get this new one in there. All right. Now, let's try to finagle this down in there. Oh, man, the starter's not light. Okay, let's see. Will it go in there? Yeah, it goes in, but it doesn't feel like it's going in all the way. There's still a little gap in there. The bolts do line up. Maybe the gear teeth need to move or something. I don't know. No. Again, I think it's the chamfer on this starter. Because when I turn it to where the bolts do line up, it pushes itself out. Let me maybe just start a bolt in there. See if it'll go in there. So I don't know how well you could see. But see, there's a gap between there. And this is tight. So I got the holes lined up. I think that chamfer though is just pushing it too far out. I think that needs chamfered more on the end like this for it to work, because that one slides all the way in and this one doesn't. I mean, I can tighten it and see what happens. Maybe the gears aren't meshed up in there. Maybe I can take it off and turn this gear a little bit. Maybe that'll help. See what happens. All right, let's try this again. Pump a little gas in here. This is the throttle here, so just give it a little gas. It's like it will and then it won't. Come on, girl. Okay. All right, let's Let's try a little ether. If I can get this tube off. Looks pretty old. Spray right into the intake here. Whoa, that was hot. Okay, that screwdriver was super mega hot. All right, let me spray a little bit of ether in there. Let's see what we get now. Whoa, it started to turn there. Ooh, I burned my finger pretty good there on that screwdriver. A little more in there. It's turning over, so that's really good. That's a really good sign. There she went. She popped off. Okay, she popped off. I don't know why it spins and sometimes it kicks and sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. Well, it busted off, but it doesn't want to stay running. All right, so I'm back with this little jump pack here. It's small, it's for like a V6 engine, but maybe the extra power from it will help. Let's see. All right, so that little light shows green, good to go. Let's see if that helps. Nope, same thing. There it goes. See, it'll start a little bit, but that's about it. It won't turn over all the way. That starter isn't engaging all the way. Uh-oh, got it. Come on. I can get it to bust off. I can't get it to stay running. What is the deal? Come on, starter. All right, so it's been a couple days. What I decided to do was just go get the original starter rebuilt. Messing with these starters just isn't happening. So this is the other one that I took out of there. There's the original one. If you can see that, got that rebuilt. I just got it all back installed. Wasn't too hard, went right back in there. I also went to the parts store and got this trigger, so I don't have to mess with the screwdriver, having to get stuck and burn and mess me up. So let me get these, see if this will work. Let me get these clamped on here and let's see if the rebuilt original starter works. Okay, so this trigger didn't work. It just got super hot, so I don't know what the deal is with that. So I'm back to trying the screwdriver again. So I guess let's put this in here, see if we can get anything happening here. Let's see, get that forward a little bit. Let's see if we can bump it. Spinning just like the other one. There it goes. Running. It's actually running pretty good. Got an exhaust leak somewhere. That's worthless. Wow. That's all it was that starter. The battery might be low too, so that could be a reason it's not kicking that Bendix out as quick as it should. I did notice a couple things on here, like the fuel pump that has no bolts in it whatsoever. There's no bolts holding that in. But it's running. It's smoking a little, but it's running. Wow. Yeah, it's smoking right out of where the bolts go for the fuel pump. I don't know if that's good or not good. It's also smoking over there. But it's running. Let's try the hydraulics. See if these hydraulics work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cylinders look good too, no leaks. Nice. What's funny is I fired it off and I don't even have the key on. Well, it's running. Let's put it in gear. All right, so this is down and low. Nothing. Neutral, forward. Nothing. Check the trans fluid. Oh yeah, that's dry as a bone. That's not good. Well, let me get some trans fluid, fill that up, see if we can get it moving. The brake pedal feels spongy. It probably needs brake fluid. Like I said, it's smoking. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's running awesome. Just smoking. And like that cab Lucas pump where it mounts into that timing chain, there's no bolts whatsoever in there, so that's not good. And there's actually smoke coming out of the bolt hole. So I don't know what's up with that. But again, I'm not a diesel mechanic. I messed with a couple of these, so I don't know. Let's get some trans fluid in there, see if I can get it moving back and forward. Well, there's a gallon. Still don't register. Put the rest of this gallon in there. That's all I got, so if this don't work, I don't know. Might have to run and get another gallon. All right. Raise it up. Now let's put it in gear, see what happens. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She's moving. Oh yeah. Oh, the brakes work. They're a little spongy, but they work. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's moving. Wow. What? It's actually driving pretty good. What? Wow, it's actually working real good. actually runs pretty good. Drives around pretty good. It needs some TLC for sure to be used, but it feels like it's still got power. I've got this big hill right here. I don't know if you can make it on a camera, but it's probably a 2 or 3 foot hill where I put rip wrap underneath and packed it up. I wonder if I got enough power to get up that. It's a diesel. Let's try it. First, let me put this hose back on right here. All right, let's see if we can make it up that hill there. I said the brakes are a little spongy. They do work, but I bet if I pop that cover off and put brake fluid in it, it'll probably be fine. I might be able to get to it right there. See that hole? That hole's usually there. Yeah, I think I can break that bolt loose and put some brake fluid in it. Well, let's see. I'm in low gear. Oh yeah. Well, let's see about getting up this monstrous hill. Ah, she ain't liking that. She's digging in. Yeah, I dug in. Might be too heavy for that. Which sucks because that's where I need to bring stuff up this hill and over there. Let me get a little momentum. Nope. I definitely don't want to go up that hill. It's not that it doesn't have the power, it's that it's digging in. Maybe in reverse? Because if I do use this here, I have to be able to get up these hills. Let's try reverse. Like if I have a machine on the front, maybe I can back it up. Nope. Dug in again. Yeah, dug in again. It's not that it doesn't have the power. I think it's just too heavy. Which sucks because that's what I need that forklift for, is to go up these hills into these buildings. Right here isn't as steep of a grade to get into the big main building I'm putting up. So maybe it will go up that. But I know this is a pretty steep grade right here. It's probably 3 foot straight up to this. My trucks and stuff go up it. Skid steer goes up it. But this is a pretty big, heavy forklift. But yeah, wow. A forklift headed to scrap. Was able to get it running and moving. So there we have it. What do you guys think? Did I make out? I think so. Got a forklift that was headed to scrap. Got it running and driving. Even though it may not work for my purposes here. Like I said, it may. I know it would drive up through there, but that's really steep right there. And it may drive up through there because that's a lower grade right there. But in the end, I'll probably end up selling it, getting me something bigger. I'd actually like to try to get a 4x4 crane or something like that. I think that'd be great out here, like a galleon crane or something like that. So again, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys that have been waiting for more CNC videos. They're coming, trust me, they'll be on the way. If you think this content was cool, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.